Have you ever wondered, what do rich people really do differently from us? Why do some people, starting from a simple life, go on to make millions, while others work hard for years but stay stuck in the same place? Is it just luck, or the result of a well-thought-out strategy? Today, at Intellect, we're diving deep into a book that doesn't just change your relationship with money, but also takes you on the path to financial freedom, a path where money works for you instead of you running after money. Get ready, because what you're about to hear will give you a whole new perspective on becoming wealthy. And no, this is not some magical get-rich-quick formula. These are tested and proven wealth-building strategies, adopted by some of the most successful people in the world. So let's begin this journey and learn how you too can turn your life into a story of financial success. Chapter 1. Comparisons are killing us. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, open your phone, and start scrolling through Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. Someone's Europe trip, someone's new car, someone's wedding pictures, and someone else's big business success story. You keep watching, and unknowingly, your brain starts a silent comparison. He has this, why don't I? He looks so happy, and I'm just struggling. Rachel Cruze says it very clearly in this first chapter. Comparisons are killing us. Constantly comparing your life to others is slowly destroying your happiness, contentment, and even your financial health. The social media trap. Back in the day, we only compared ourselves with our neighbors or relatives. But now, the whole world, every luxury, every person is right there on your phone screen. You are comparing your real life with someone else's carefully edited highlight reel. Rachel explains that comparison doesn't just affect your mindset, it starts controlling your spending habits too. How the comparison trap pushes you into debt. When we see what others have, we feel we need it too, whether our pocket allows it or not. The result? Credit card bills, personal loans, EMIs, and a race that never ends. This race doesn't just eat up your money, it consumes your peace of mind and your confidence too. The solution? Gratitude and contentment. Rachel Cruze says the first and easiest way to escape comparison is gratitude. Learn to appreciate what you already have. And contentment, understanding that you don't need to be like others to be happy. When you stop comparing, only then can you begin to take control of your life and your money. Now think about this. If you were only allowed 10 minutes on social media today, would it really make a difference in your life? Or would it prove that we've become addicted to comparison? Let's move to the next chapter to see what practical steps Rachel Cruze suggests to break this habit. Chapter 2. Taking responsibility for your money. In this chapter, Rachel Cruze reveals a very important truth. You are the only one responsible for your financial life, no one else. Most people blame outside factors for their poor financial situation. Inflation, low salary, family pressure, or even bad luck. But Rachel says as long as you keep believing it's someone else's fault, you'll never be able to control your money. The first step to building a good relationship with money is ownership. That means accepting your decisions and their consequences. If you took on debt without thinking, you need to admit it was your choice. And if you started saving and saw results, the credit goes to you as well. Rachel gives a practical method. Write down your income and expenses clearly. Track where your money goes each month. And accept that if you want change, the starting point has to be you. She says when you become the boss of your money, no external situation can completely destroy you. Taking responsibility doesn't mean living in fear. It means realizing your financial power. Rachel shares a powerful example. Many people say, my salary is too low, I can't save. But the same people eat out multiple times a month or spend thousands on online shopping. This shows that the problem isn't income, but decisions. If you start taking responsibility for your money today, your entire financial life can change step by step. Now think, have you taken the steering wheel of your money into your own hands? Or are you still letting circumstances and other people be the driver? This question will define your next decision. Chapter 3. The poison of comparison. In this chapter, Rachel Cruze dives deeper into the dangers of comparison, measuring your life against others. She says that today, social media has made this habit even more dangerous. On Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, people only show the best version of their life. We see their new cars, vacations, expensive clothes, and immediately start measuring our own life against theirs. The problem? These comparisons never show the full truth. Rachel explains, every picture hides a story we don't see. It could be debt, stress, or personal struggles. But when we compare our real life to their highlight reel, we begin to feel less than. Rachel makes a very powerful point here. Comparison will steal your joy and your paycheck. It doesn't just take away your peace of mind, it can also force you to spend money outside your budget just to match someone else's lifestyle. How to break the cycle. Gratitude practice. Write down daily what you're thankful for. Focus on your own financial goals. Compete with your yesterday, not someone else's today. Limit social media consumption. Reduce exposure to comparison triggers. At the end of this chapter, Rachel says, when you stop comparing, that's when you finally gain real control over your life and your money. But now here's the question. If social media is the biggest cause of our comparison habit, is quitting it the only solution? Or can we actually learn to use it smartly? We'll find out in the next chapter. Chapter 4. Get control over your money. Rachel Cruze says it straight. If you don't control your money will control you. And that's why so many people, even with good income, are always stressed, drowning in debt, and unable to control their lifestyle. Step 1. Make a budget. The first step to control is making a budget. A budget isn't just a list of expenses, it's a plan for every dollar you earn. It tells you exactly where your money is going. Rachel says, a budget doesn't limit you, it frees you. Step 2. Understand cash flow. Cash flow means how much money comes in each month and how much goes out. If you don't know this, you're driving in the dark. Step 3. Zero-based budget. She explains the concept of a zero-based budget. At the start of the month, you assign every single dollar a job, whether it's spending, saving, or investing. This way, no money gets wasted, and you won't face that mid-month panic of, where did all my money go? Step 4. Weekly review. Making a budget isn't enough. You must review it weekly. If you're drifting off track, you can fix it in time. Rachel admits, at first, budgeting might feel boring or tough. But once you get the hang of it, it feels like a superpower. Because your money is finally under your control, not the other way around. So let me ask you, do you know exactly where every single dollar of yours goes each month? If not, are you really controlling your money, or is it controlling you? Chapter 5. Plan for the future. In this chapter, Rachel Cruze emphasizes a very important mindset, having a solid plan for the future. She says most people only think about money for today. And then when a big expense or emergency comes, they completely collapse. Emergency fund. Rachel says, if you want to move forward in your financial journey, you must prepare for tomorrow, today. That means building an emergency fund, setting short-term and long-term goals, and developing investment habits. She stresses, an emergency fund isn't just for the rich, it's for everyone. You can start small, maybe with 1 month's worth of expenses set aside, and then slowly grow it to cover 3 to 6 months. Retirement planning. She also warns, ignoring retirement planning is one of the biggest mistakes. The earlier you start investing, the more your money multiplies through compound growth. Whether you're 20 or 40, the best time to start is always now. Written goals. Another key point. Writing and visualizing your goals gives your mind direction. Whether your goal is buying a home, funding your kids' education, or starting a business, you need a clear step-by-step plan. Rachel says without a plan, money will flow away like water, and you won't even realize where it went. So think about this. Have you created a financial roadmap for the next 5 years of your life? Or are you just waiting for the next expense to show up? Chapter 6. Controlling your expenses. The power of budgeting. Rachel Cruze clearly says in this chapter, if you don't take control of your money, then your money will control you. And the biggest weapon for this is budgeting. But here, she doesn't look at budgeting as boring or restrictive. Instead, she considers it a freedom tool that allows you to spend according to your priorities. 1. Why budgeting is necessary. Rachel explains that most people at the end of the month think, where did all my money go? This happens because they never gave their money any direction at the beginning of the month. Budgeting lets you decide in advance where every dollar will go, so you can spend without guilt or confusion. 2. The method of zero-based budgeting. She shares a powerful method called zero-based budgeting. Here, at the beginning of the month, you assign every dollar of your income a name. Bills, savings, investments, entertainment. Everything is pre-decided. By the end of the month, your balance should be zero, meaning savings are planned, not just leftovers. 3. Decide your categories. Rachel suggests dividing your expenses into categories. Necessary expenses, bills, rent, EMI, savings and investments, fun and lifestyle, giving, donations, gifts. These categories give you clarity on how much you're spending on what and where you can cut back. 4. Keep the budget flexible. Sometimes unexpected expenses may come up. Car repair, medical bills. In such cases, adjust the budget, don't break it. Rachel says the budget is not a jail, it's a guide. You are the boss of it. 5. Benefits of budgeting. Protection from overspending, paying off debt faster, increasing your savings rate, peace of mind about money. Rachel Cruze's message is clear. Budgeting is not just for the rich, it's for anyone who wants to be the owner of their money. Now imagine, if from today you had to spend your income each month only according to a set plan, would you reach your dreams faster? Or would you feel budgeting is taking away your freedom? Chapter 7. The right money mindset. In this chapter, Rachel Cruze focuses on something extremely important. Money mindset, our thoughts and attitudes about money. She says most people live with one of two mindsets, scarcity mindset or abundance mindset. With a scarcity mindset, a person always thinks money will never be enough. They view every expense with fear and worry, and often feel jealous of others' success. In contrast, with an abundance mindset, A person believes that money is a tool, and when used wisely, it can improve life. This mindset makes a person manage money with planning, effort, and smart decisions, and learn from others' success instead of resenting it. Rachel says if we shift our thinking in the right direction, we can be wealthy and happy without lifestyle comparison, living rich in our own way. She suggests 3 steps to make this shift. 1. Gratitude practice. Every day, be thankful for what you already have. This moves your thinking from scarcity to abundance. 2. Focus on financial goals. Instead of paying attention to what others have, work on your own money targets. 3. Learning and growth. Keep educating yourself about money so your confidence grows. Rachel ends with the truth. Money matters only as much as the mindset you bring to it. Now think, if tomorrow morning you woke up and had the chance to completely change your money mindset, which would you choose, scarcity or abundance? Chapter 8. Breaking the Comparison Trap. Rachel Cruze dives into a psychological trap that most people fall into: comparison. She explains that we often compare our lives to others' highlight moments, especially on social media. On Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, people show their best moments: expensive clothes, luxury vacations, new cars, big houses. But we forget that this is not their whole life, it's just an edited version of their best moments. Rachel says that constant comparison leads us to spend money in the wrong direction, buying expensive brands only to look like others. But in reality, this only damages our financial health and pushes us into debt. The first way to break free is gratitude. When we are thankful daily for what we already have, the sense of lack and the desire to be like others decreases. The second way is to focus on financial goals. If your goal is to pay off your home loan, spend money on that instead of luxury vacations. If your goal is retirement savings, increase your savings instead of increasing expenses by copying others' lifestyles. Rachel also says, instead of living to impress others, live for your own values and dreams. That is the real key to financial freedom. Now think, if social media disappeared tomorrow, would you change the way you live and spend? Chapter 9. Freedom from debt. Debt-free living. Rachel Cruze explains in this chapter that true financial freedom is not just about earning more, but about living debt-free. Debt is like a burden that slowly kills your dreams, freedom, and peace of mind. She says the biggest reason behind debt is the desire to look like others. We buy cars, homes, gadgets, or vacations on installments only because we think, if others have it, I should too. But the truth is, the things we buy in installments today are the same things that steal our peace and sleep tomorrow. Rachel suggests using the debt snowball method to pay off debt. Start with the smallest debt, pay it off completely, then move to the next bigger one. As you clear one after another, your confidence and motivation grow. She explains that when you are free from debt, you have the freedom to invest in your dreams, help others, and save for the future. Being debt-free is not just a financial state, it's also a mental freedom. Now imagine if tomorrow morning you woke up and realized you had no EMI or debt left. What's the first thing you would do? Chapter 10. How to keep your spending under control. Rachel Cruze emphasizes a very important habit here: controlling spending. She says most people focus on increasing their income but pay little attention to understanding and limiting expenses. The result, no matter how much their income grows, their savings and financial progress don't. Rachel explains that controlling spending does not mean being stingy. It means using your money with purpose. She suggests a simple method: track your spending. At the end of each month, look at where your money went. When you have a clear picture, you can decide what to cut and what to keep. She also warns against lifestyle inflation. As soon as income increases, spending also increases: bigger cars, expensive clothes, luxury dining. But Rachel says if you keep raising your lifestyle with every raise, you will never achieve financial freedom. Rachel also introduces the idea of spend with joy. Spend without guilt, but spend consciously. Spend in a way that aligns with your values and goals. She warns about today's loan-driven culture and the dangers of buy now, pay later offers. Even these small decisions can trap you in debt. Now the question is, if you could redirect your spending correctly, would you be ready to live debt-free by next year? Chapter 11. Giving. Why giving transforms your life. Rachel Cruze emphasizes a habit that makes you richer not just financially, but also emotionally and spiritually giving. She explains that when you dedicate a portion of your income to help someone in need without expecting anything in return, you experience a unique sense of satisfaction and happiness. This is not just about charity, it's a mindset of abundance. Rachel believes that giving eliminates fear and scarcity from within you, because subconsciously you start believing, I will always have enough. This belief empowers you to live more freely and generously. She also says giving doesn't always have to mean money. You can give your time, your skills, or your energy to help others. But one thing is crucial: make a giving a part of your financial plan. If you add giving as a fixed category in your monthly budget, you can do it without feeling burdened. Rachel shares real-life examples of people who made giving part of their lives and saw not only financial improvements, but also stronger relationships and greater inner peace. She also reminds us, the true impact of giving comes when you give for the right reasons, not for show. Now think, if each of us gave even a small part of our income to someone in need, how much could our society and our own lives transform? Would you like to know how, according to Rachel Cruze, giving actually accelerates your journey to financial freedom? Chapter 12. Give your money a mission. In this chapter, Rachel Cruze shares a very powerful concept. Don't just see money as something to spend. Give it a mission. She says money is a tool, and a tool only works properly when it has a clear purpose. If your money is only going toward paying bills or shopping, you're missing out on its true power. Rachel explains that you need to create a vision for your money. Do you want to pay off your home early? Do you want to build a fund for your children's education? Do you want to live stress-free after retirement? Or do you want to invest in something that improves other people's lives? When money has a mission attached to it, both spending and saving create an emotional connection. You start avoiding impulse buying, and every expense begins to carry meaning. Rachel also gives a simple trick. Every time you make a big financial decision, ask yourself, does this fit with the mission of my money? If the answer is no, then maybe it's not the right decision. Finally, she says money doesn't just give you the power to buy things. It gives you the chance to create an impact that can be remembered for years. Now think about it. If you had to give your money a mission today, what would it be? Chapter 13. Get rid of debt forever. Rachel Cruze discusses a very relatable and important topic here. Debt. She believes debt is the biggest destroyer of financial freedom. Whether it's credit card bills, personal loans, car loans, or student loans, these all act like invisible chains on your money. Rachel says, as long as you have debt, your money isn't really yours. Because every month, a part of your hard-earned income goes into paying interest. To get out of debt, she refers to Dave Ramsey's debt snowball method. 1. Pay off the smallest debt first, even if it has lower interest. 2. Use that freed-up EMI money on the next debt. 3. Repeat the process until the last debt is gone. Rachel explains that being debt-free has benefits beyond financial. It's also mental. When you live without debt, you have more money and more mental space for your goals and dreams. She makes a motivational point. Becoming debt-free isn't only for the rich. Anyone, no matter their salary, can get out of debt with the right strategy and discipline. Now imagine, if you woke up tomorrow and all your debt magically disappeared, what would you do first with your money? Chapter 14. Choose to change your future. In this final chapter, Rachel Cruze gives a very positive and inspiring message. Your past does not define your future. No matter how many mistakes you've made or how poorly you've handled money, you can choose a new path starting today. She explains that financial freedom doesn't just come from your bank balance. It comes from your mindset, habits, and intentional living. If you use your income wisely, set healthy boundaries, and stop comparing yourself with others, your life will begin to change step by step. Rachel admits this journey won't be easy. You'll have to let go of old habits, resist temptations, and stay patient. But once you start making decisions aligned with your values, both your money and your life come under your control. In the end, she challenges the audience. Take one step today, whether it's paying off one debt, creating a budget, or letting go of comparisons, and see how your confidence and peace grow. Now here's the real question. If you don't take that step today, what will your financial and personal life look like 5 years from now? And if you start today, how much better could it be? Chapter 15. Always pay yourself first. David Bach discusses one of the simplest but most powerful rules that can make anyone rich. Pay yourself first. Meaning, as soon as you receive your income, set aside a portion for saving and investing before using the rest for expenses. Most people do the opposite. They pay bills, EMIs, and other expenses first, and whatever remains, if anything, goes into savings. But the truth is, nothing ever remains because expenses always grow to match or exceed income. David Bach says if you truly want to build wealth, treat saving and investing like a non-negotiable expense, just like rent or electricity bills. He suggests putting at least 10 to 15% of your income aside immediately into an automatic investment account. He shares a mental shift. When you pay yourself first, you're securing your future self. Through the power of compound interest, this habit can give you financial freedom over time. Example: if you earn 50,000 rupees a month and invest just 10%, 5,000 rupees monthly, compound growth can turn this into lakhs within 20 to 25 years. And this happens because of discipline, not luck. David also reminds us, it's okay to start small. Even 5% is fine. The key is to start the habit and make it automatic. But here's the big question. If you manage to save money, do you know where to invest it so that it works for you and doesn't get stuck earning low interest in the bank? That's exactly what we'll learn in the next chapter. Chapter 17. The Magic of Time. Friends, if I told you that the biggest secret to becoming rich isn't a stock market trick or a business hack, But time, you might not believe me. But John Saforic teaches us in this chapter that time is more valuable than money because it's the real power that turns dreams into reality. He explains that a wealthy gardener sees every day as an investment. Every hour either brings you closer to your goal or pushes you further away. John says you have a daily bank account of 24 hours. The only difference is it's a bank of time, where instead of money, you deposit actions and decisions. If you waste today's time on useless things, the coming years will only give you regret. But if you use each day wisely, that same time can create wealth worth millions. He introduces the compound time effect. Just like compound interest grows your money, the right use of time multiplies your knowledge, skills, and network exponentially. Lessons. Plan your day. Don't waste time on meaningless activities. And always remember, today is your biggest opportunity. Before we close, think about this. If your time was truly a bank account, how many hours today did you spend on things that can make you wealthy? Chapter 18. The Real Purpose of Getting Rich. Rachel Cruze raises a very important question here. Why do we even want to become rich? She explains that many people keep chasing money without knowing what they actually want to do with it. Rachel says if your only purpose is to collect more and more money, you'll never feel truly satisfied. The real purpose is something that brings you peace, gives your life meaning, and positively impacts others. She suggests a simple method. Write your wealth vision. Clearly describe, when you have money, what will you do with it? Where will you live? Who will you spend time with? What kind of work will you do? What kind of legacy will you leave behind? Rachel believes that if your purpose is clear, you'll stay motivated even in tough times during your wealth journey. Now think about it. If you suddenly received millions today, what would be the very first big change you'd make in your life? Chapter 19. Conclusion. Wealth Beyond Money. In this final chapter, David Bach reminds us that The Automatic Millionaire isn't just a book about making or saving money, it's a life philosophy. He says real wealth isn't only about your bank balance, but about your freedom, peace of mind, and ability to live the life you truly want. David emphasizes that financial freedom isn't achieved through one big step. It's the result of consistent small actions. Eliminating the latte factor, setting up automatic savings and investing, living debt-free. In the end, he encourages readers to create their own automatic millionaire plan starting today, because every single day you delay reduces your future wealth. Friends, this was today's book summary and the lessons hidden inside it that can transform your life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share in the comments which lesson touched your heart the most. If you want to keep learning from books that can upgrade your thinking, wealth, and life, don't forget to subscribe to Invested Intellect. Because every week, we bring you treasures from books that can make your mindset worth millions. So friends, see you next time with a new book and new ideas. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and stay part of Invested Intellect.